Alright, so in this video I'm going to be showing guys how I drew this realistic hand, right? This hyper realistic hand. So I'm just going to let the video run and I'll just be talking over and give you guys my thought process and um, over some of the things I was doing and everything. But by the way, this was from a past live stream I was doing on TikTok, so that's why the videos is vertical instead of horizontal. So please bear with me, but hopefully you guys can still see and understand. So when I'm drawing the hand, when I was drawing this hand, what I was thinking about, my thought process was build the shadow areas first, which you can see me doing. That's what I was doing. So I was laying down the foundations for the shadow areas first before I add in the midtones and then build everything up to their right values, tonal values, little bit by little bit, so I don't want to go too dark in the beginning. So all these areas I'm shading are going to be much darker than this in the end, as you guys saw the finished picture in the beginning of the video. But I like to build everything up from light to dark. That gives you it prevents you from making mistakes first, and also gives you a much more smoother, even finish, because of the amount of layers you keep adding on top of each other. Everything looks smooth in the end, rather than when you just go in straight with one tone and sometimes it doesn't look as even. So first of all, let me just mention some of the tools I'm using. So I'm using a paintbrush, Q-tips, and charcoal pencils, as well as charcoal powder. And for the charcoal powder, I create them from my Jacquard Grey assorted charcoal sticks. So the links of all the tools I'm using are going to be in the description, so you guys can see, in case some of you know what I'm talking about. In case you guys are new here, don't know the charcoal I use, that's the charcoal I use. It's a grey set, so it comes in 6 grades from white to dark grey. So I just create powder deposits from the charcoal sticks, and then I use them with my paint brushes and my Q-tips. So that's what I'm doing. So you guys can see how gradually I built up that skin tone on the finger. I didn't go dark straight away. I went from light all the way dark, and you can see how even and nice it looks. It's matching with the skin, like his face tone, so everything looks much more natural than it would have looked if I just went dark and I made a mistake. So after that, sometimes I just use my pencil eraser just to create some of those little highlights, bouncing off the finger and all that. So and this same process that I did right here is what I'm going to be using throughout the whole video. So you guys are going to see everything from start to finish. But yeah, so one thing about drawing hands, and I don't know, I think most artists feel the same, because we don't draw most of the time, because most of the time we draw faces, right? So we're used to drawing faces. That comes to us naturally, much more naturally compared to drawing hands. And drawing hands, it's intimidating in the beginning, but once you start and you get that first section right, then you feel much more confident, and you can finish the rest of the hand. So that was the same experience I went through with this. Even though I had drawn a couple of hands before this, it was still intimidating because this was a different level. The amount of detail I added in this hand was different from the others, so it was quite challenging, I would say. But in the end, I think it came out really, really nice. So it's all about practice. If you don't do it, you never get better at it. So that's what I always like to do. So you guys can see I moved on. I didn't finish that finger. I just wanted to do the next finger because they were just next to each other. So I was like, okay, why not? So there's no real reason why I left that section unfinished. It's just preference. You know, sometimes when you're drawing, you just feel like moving on to something else, like next area. You don't want to finish that area. That's fine. There's no rules when it comes to creating your art. It's your own artwork, so just do whatever you want. Just make sure you're having fun, enjoying it, and you're learning at the same time. And be patient. When it comes to drawing hands, like I was saying, because it's so intimidating. If you rush drawing the hands, the chance of you making a mistake is really high. So you want to avoid that by being really, really patient. This whole process of drawing this hand took me a few days actually, because these are multiple streams. These are about 6 streams, so it took me about 6 days to finish the hands. These are about 6 streams put together and sped up. So I was really, really patient. You can see how I'm gradually building up the skin tones, and look at how nice that reflection coming from underneath the finger looks. And this is what I was talking about. When you build everything from light, it makes everything. When you build everything from a lighter tone to the darker tones, it makes everything much more easier. You can match your tones better and everything. So that's what I'm doing now. You can see I was showing the stream the charcoal I was using. That was the charcoal that just flashed on the screen. For those of you who don't know what the charcoal look like, that's how the charcoal looks like. So yeah. And I use General's charcoal pencils, so most of the time that's what I use. And then if I want to go like extra dark, I use Conte Paris black pencils. So, and that was a cute puppy you saw. Ignore that. I was just showing the stream a drawing I did with pastel and all that. So you can see how I'm building everything slowly from light to dark. So it's the same principles as before. I don't need to repeat myself. And you might not get it in the first try. You don't have to go hard on yourself. It's not easy. It takes lots of practice. The first time I was drawing hands, I was really, really intimidated, but like after the first few tries, after you practice for a while, everything becomes easy, and then your confidence just goes through the roof. So I was just zooming through, even though it looks like I'm zooming through it like quickly. I was zooming through it, but it was very, very slow. So like I said, it took me about 6 days to finish this whole thing. But yeah, so I don't want to keep repeating myself, because it's like the same process that I'm doing over and over again. But I'll just stop talking now and let's let the video run through for you guys to watch the whole thing unfold. And if you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. I'll make sure to reply every one of them. Also, please leave a like on the video if you enjoy this, if you like this. Subscribe as well, because it helps my channel, and I'm going to be bringing out lots of tutorials for you guys this year, and hopefully next year as well, because I want to get back to the YouTube grind. Okay, so I need you guys to help me by liking the video and subscribing, sharing, commenting, everything for the algorithm. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But before I go, in case you don't know, I have a Patreon where I upload real-time videos. So I don't upload the time lapses over there. The time lapses are for YouTube, and those of you who subscribe to my Patreon, I give you guys access to the longer real-time videos. So in case you guys want the slow videos, in case this is too fast for you, you can watch the longer videos in real time and see what I'm really doing second by second. But yeah, I'll just stop talking and let you guys watch the rest of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.